Another black man has died after police shot him in California. Yesterday afternoon, police responded to a 911 call regarding an African-American man in his 30s who reportedly was behaving erratically behind a restaurant at the Broadway Village shopping center. According to the call, the man was not acting like himself and had been walking in traffic in a manner that was reportedly endangering both himself and other motorists. When officers contacted him, he failed to comply with the directives that he was given, according to Lieutenant Rob Ransweiler. Police Chief Jeff Davis said that the man kept his hands concealed in his pockets while pacing back and forth, and as a second officer prepared a taser, the man, quote, rapidly drew an object, placing both hands on it, quote, like you would be holding a firearm, and stood in a, quote, shooting stance, according to police. Let me show you the still image, the picture that some are saying confirms what the police said is true. If you see the man standing by the white pickup truck here, you do see that his hands are up. Whether this is a still image that captured his hands going up to a don't shoot pose, whether his hands were in what is called a shooting stance at the time, different people with different opinions here. Now, in response, one officer fired his gun at the man while a second officer almost simultaneously discharged his taser. Eyewitnesses say that the man did have his hands out when he was shot, not up, and that he was pleading not to be shot to police. What do we know about the victim, named unofficially as Alfred Olango? Reportedly had mental health issues. According to Davis, investigators did not find a firearm at the scene of the shooting. Investigators did not say what object was found, if any, and whether or not it was a weapon, but nothing saying that a weapon was found. Now, one witness reported seeing the man with a vape electronic smoking device. Speculation is that, well, maybe that's what the guy had in his hand. Police encouraging residents to be patient. Of course, video of this incident is not going to be released until the local district attorney has had a chance to review it. And early allegations that that individual cell phone video had been confiscated by police has been rejected by police. Police saying, no, we did not confiscate anybody's mobile phones. So as far as the health issue, I mentioned individuals saying this is a man with mental health issues. Other reports saying he was epileptic. Well, police are saying no indication at all that at least the man was at the time suffering from an epileptic seizure. Many concerns about protests and violence after what took place in Charlotte, after the police shooting of Keith Lamont Scott. Police concerned as well here in California that these protests, many of which started very, very soon after gatherings, I don't know if protest is even the right word, could continue to flare up. What can be done here, right? I mean, what can be done? Remember our investigation about racial bias in police shootings. We determined that big picture, it is not true that, quote, black men are more likely to be shot by police than white men. But it is true that once police interactions have started, unarmed black suspects are more likely to be shot than unarmed white suspects. So very many issues here, Rachel, intersectional issues, a number of different issues, very, very difficult often to unpack it and say, well, we should be focusing on X, Y, or Z. But yet another one of these stories, and that's really the big picture, the stories keep coming.
One issue that I kind of have is I don't really understand why they say he wasn't acting like himself. That kind of sounds more like a judgment to me. And I kind of understand describing someone's behavior as erratic, but to say that he wasn't acting like himself, are they a family member? Were they dating him? So that specific statement, I have a tiny bit of an issue with.
Also, when we talk about the shooting stance and what we have is a still image, I completely agree. This still image that we showed looks like a, quote, shooting stance. But what we have here is a moment in time. And without actually seeing video of what was going on, this could have been someone who was making a motion of get away from me, don't shoot. This could have been someone who was in the process of going from this position to another position. And I think that we're not going to get too much by speculating just based on this one image. We'll continue to follow the story.